Welcome back to the Get Clever Explorer Challenge, where Jacqui and Guy have been battling it out to become the ultimate explorer champion. So far, they've been asked to abseil, navigate, build a raft, sail safely to the other side, and ride a horse. We're testing arts versus science, and so far, it's dead even. Both contestants have 2 chances to receive help from survival expert Kevin. At the moment, they've both used one of those chances, meaning they both have 1 chance left each to get help, with 2 challenges still to go.
Hi, I'm Guy. I'm a biologist and just all-around generally good guy. The song I've chosen to sing today is... sorry, wrong show. Exploring. Oh, okay. I know a fair bit about nature and the environment, and I like to do some wildlife rescue when I can as well. So in this challenge, I think I'll be able to make some well-educated guesses with how to survive outdoors and hopefully become Get Clever's Explorer Champion.
Hi, I'm Jacqui and I'm a stylist and arts and crafts queen. I think my creative background has really prepared me for the challenges today. I'm good at problem solving and I use tools to build things, so I got this in the bag. Did someone say bag? Yeah, I just made this out of leaves and glue made out of tree sap and my own saliva. It's completely waterproof and comes in 3 different colours. Yeah, I got this in the bag.
If our contestants fail this next challenge, they'll be shelterless for the night, sleeping on the floor. The pressure is huge. Our contestants must build and sleep in shelters they have constructed with their own hands, using materials laid out in front of them. They both have 30 minutes to do so, and once built, our survival expert Kevin will judge them. Hey contestants, now when I said I laid out the materials, I laid them all over the forest. Your job is to go out there and find the best materials to make your shelter out of. Okay guys, you've got half an hour. 3, 2, 1, go, go. What are you still, go. Slackers. I hope you two like sleeping in the cold, because I don't think you're gonna have a shelter tonight. Sleeping rough. Oh wow, Jacqui, these leaves are really cute. Are they for decoration or are they for the structural integrity of the actual building?
Well, they're pretty soft. I think I'm going to sleep on those. But look what I just found. Isn't it architectural? Really beautiful and stunning.
Yeah, it's a great stick.
Yeah, I'm going to put some fairy lights on it. Gives it real mood. Yeah.
Mate, what are you doing?
Oh, I figured if I could try and push the tree down, then I'd have heaps to work with.
Yeah, just remember what I said. The materials are laid out on the floor.
So I should just give up on the tree?
Literally laying on the floor.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, wow. This staghorn would look beautiful at the front door.
They only have 5 minutes left and these shelters are looking, how can I say this nicely? Terrible. I don't think anybody could survive in those shelters.
Do you like my sticks?
No, I don't think this is going to cut it.
No, me neither.
It's time.
We need some help on this one. Kevin!
Help me, Kevin!
Kevin!
The last flags are out. That's the last. Help me, Kevin. So come on in, Kevin. Help these guys out with their shelter.
Guys, that was a great start, but honestly, to make a good shelter, let's head up the hill.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait here and chill.
He said 2000 Firebreak Road, but I don't know what he means.
Hello, Faye. Where are you going?
There you are.
Come into my humble abode.
Thanks. Check this out.
Yeah, you like the view?
I love the view. So where are we?
We're here on the river at Royal National Park, but we're in an ancient home.
So this is a rock shelter where the old people would have come to
get away from the weather?
Yeah, to tuck themselves away from the weather and find a place where they could cook their meals and also sleep for the night. But there's hundreds of these rock shelters all through this landscape.
And that's because the old people wouldn't have necessarily stayed in one place, would they?
Yeah, the old people had to move around, and what they had to do was follow the food, because food is seasonal.
So really, Dean, like the old people used the bush just like in a supermarket, and that would be your seafood aisle out there, and the bush would be like the veggie aisle?
Yeah, what we're looking at here is the fish shop, the butchers, the bakers, you know, the hardware store. It's all there.
So, Dean, how do we know what they would have eaten in here?
Well, it's all there in front of our eyes. All we have to do is just reach back into this shelter and start to look for the things that'll tell us what them old people were eating. This is your Sydney rock oyster.
Oh, wow.
What a rich diet. We can find this stuff right through these estuary systems where the old people camped, slept and lived. And we don't have to look too hard either. Aboriginal people were the first recyclers ever because they're putting what came from country back to country. Eventually it'll break down and become part of the materials, the soils, and it'll start to grow other things.
If the bush is like a big supermarket, are there other signposts that people would leave for each other so they knew what to eat?
The land is talking to us all the time. It's how we observe it and understand it. There's a lot of signs, you know, what the birds are doing, messages they're carrying, what this water tells us when it's moving, when fish are feeding, flowers. Flowers are a big sign for the different seasons. So it's all there to watch.
What about artwork and engravings? Does that tell us something about food?
It can. There's different ways of looking at those engravings. There's often pictures of kangaroos, goannas, fish, whales, sharks, and they're all got stories and different stories about their meaning. They can also be things that we need to look after in the landscape and not destroy or kill or eat. Speaking of signs, Faye, my watch is telling me it's time to go. It's a busy world in the life of a community liaison officer. So I'm going to have to leave you and you can enjoy this beautiful space.
Thanks. Well, it's been a really big walk today, so I think I'm going to have a nano nap. Quite nice in here.
My name's Daniel Lando and I'm a project manager. A project manager manages a construction site and basically organises everyone. It's not a messy role. I am on site every day managing the site, but also there's a lot of office time as well. Day to day, I'm sending emails, I'm reading drawings, and I'm double checking everyone that's on site and making sure that everyone's working in the right areas. Just up to port 2, Dino. Yeah. I have to be involved with everyone's day-to-day activities, so that involves engineers, foremen, leading hands, everyone from the ground up. When I left school, I was always good at maths and art. I really liked architecture, and I thought construction was a great avenue for that. To become a project manager on a construction site, I was on civil engineering at university. Civil engineering is designing and engineering structures, so bridges, buildings, roads, stuff like that. I've been working for Janellen for 7 years. Since I started uni, I worked with Janellen as a cadet, which means I was studying university and working at the same time. To be a builder on site, on the management side, you really need to either do a construction management course, go to university and just study to be on site. Janellen is a design and construct contractor, which means that we inherit a design that's already in place and then we build it for our client. As a project manager, my role starts from when we win the project. We work on progressing the design up to a level where we can build it on site. This project is 591 apartments. We just started late last year and the project will last about 2 years. On site day to day, we'll get anywhere between 100 to 500 people. And over the course of the job, that's over 5,000 people working on this site. Can we get you to go into the middle of the street, please? I'm not on the tools personally as a project manager, but there are people on site that are on the tools all day. A day like today when it's raining slows down the work, but we can still continue working if it's not too heavy. My favourite part of the job is structure. It's when you install the reinforcement, you install the concrete, it's all the messy stuff, and that's when the levels start building on the project. There's definitely an element of creativity in construction. You see what you work towards, you see what you build. The trickiest part of construction is always finishing, the last 5%, the fit out, everything up to the painting and the cleaning, all the finer details at the end and making it perfect. But also the feeling that completion time is the best. It's the handing over the keys to the client, and it's going on to the next job.
Previously, Jacqui and Guy were in danger of having to spend the night outdoors with no shelter.
I don't think this is going to cut it.
But Kevin is here to save the day.
Help me, Kevin!
The material we're using here, this is local to this area. It's called Guy Lily, and as you can see, it's actually long and flat, perfect for weaving. So what we're going to do, we're going to have vertical pieces tied onto the frame, and then we're going to weave the horizontal pieces in and out of those. And we're going to create a tight blanket, so to speak. What we'll end up with is pretty much 95% waterproof first layer. I love using this stuff.
With Kevin leading the team, they begin constructing their shelter.
Hey, so is this what we're meant to be looking for?
That's right.
I have no idea.
That's right. You have got some good material though.
Okay, what can I do with this?
Well, this is great for bedding.
Yes.
And this is great firewood.
It's important to stay warm.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. But no, this is what we're looking for.
Well, I'm going to put my sticks down there in that
Put it with the
case.
firewood.
Kevin, how come we had to come all the way up here then to find our materials?
Well, this only grows in certain areas. Another important point is to get away from the cold. So this material is up high, usually facing the western sun. And as I've explained, we can weave it in and out to create a really nice waterproof shelter.
So it'll be much warmer up here thanks to this and the elevation.
Well, this will keep you dry, but the elevation will keep you nice and warm.
Sounds better than being down there.
Absolutely.
So how do we turn all of this into a shelter?
Okay, I'll show you. What we're going to do is a basic weaving technique. Okay, so what I want you to do is just wrap that around there. And Guy, you can pass these under, over.
Okay.
Okay. Over that one.
Wow, this looks beautiful. I don't know why this didn't come to me.
You've always got to look at what's available in nature. It's pretty much like a home handyman store.
It feels like it's getting cold and darker, but it looks like we're moving quickly, which is good.
Absolutely. Just sort of pushing. Starting to look pretty good.
And having done most of the work himself, Kevin declares the shelter finished.
Here we go.
Can happily live here.
Instant shelter. Okay, guys, you can see here I've added some bracken fern. This is a natural material around here, and it's really important to get off the ground. In a shelter, the ground can be quite cold without this.
Awesome.
Let's jump in. Looks cozy.
That's actually pretty soft.
Yeah.
Guys, the shelter looks great. And Kevin, thank you so much for helping our contestants with all the challenges. But unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you now because they have to do the last one on their own. Thanks heaps, mate.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay,
so
guys.
much for your help.
You're welcome.
You've been awesome.
Yep. Good luck with everything.
Thanks,
See you
heaps.
guys.
See you
See
later,
ya.
Kevin. Have a good one, mate. Contestants, have a good night's sleep because tomorrow is the final round and it's anyone's game. Seriously.
Guy, quit taking all my ferns.
Well, like I always like to say, if you're gonna fail, fail as a team. And the scores are even Stevens, meaning the final challenge will be the decider. I don't want to give too much away, but the last challenge involves accuracy, precision, and looking cool on a quad bike.
Well, Nathan.
I wasn't meant to give that away, was I? That's next time on the Explorer series of The Gauntlet. I'm not actually sleeping out here tonight, am I? It's just those two, right?
Did you hear that?
Which of the 100 noises around us are you referring to?
No, scary noise.
Today was pretty tough. I didn't
Yeah.
think we'd both end up using both our flags.
Totally.
So I'm a little bit worried about tomorrow, not sure what the challenge is going to be like, and we can't get any more help from Kevin.
I know. Kevin, we miss you. Can you come back?
We need you, Kevin.
So the real tragedy today is that I chipped a few nails. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, totally ruined. Can't sleep now.
Human shelters are pretty easy to find. There's one. Oh, there's another. Yeah, they're just houses. Pretty hard to miss. Animal shelters, though, are a bit harder to find. Penguins, the cute little tuxedo animals of the wild, build rock piles to live in. They build nests by piling up pebbles with their feet, then lining the inside with moss and feathers, nice and cozy. Sometimes they will take rocks from other penguins. That's a bit cheeky. Birds are kind of picky about the hollows they nest in. They pick based on factors like entrance size, shape, depth of hollow, temperature, and access to food and water. It can take hundreds of years for good hollows to form. That's a lot of time waiting for the perfect shelter. Some animals build their shelters underground, like ants. But why do ants tunnel underground? One reason is for safety. Most predators cannot get the ants underground. Being underground is also cooler in summer and warmer in winter than above ground. Another reason is for their babies. Ants build special chambers for their eggs and larvae, which gives them a better chance at growing into adults. Termites are very sensitive. While they are easily burnt by the sun, they also need high heat and moisture to avoid drying out. So demanding. Termites build mounds above ground and mostly come out at night. The size and structure of the termite mound means the nest can maintain a constant temperature and humidity, which is super important for their survival. Bees make many different types of homes, including the classic wax hive nests, which they build inside hollow logs or tree holes and underground burrows. Each individual comb is home to a single bee. So clever. Some animals carry their homes on their back. Imagine carrying your house on your back. Hermit crabs do this, and it's also a defense mechanism when they spot a predator to avoid getting eaten. They have to continually find larger shells as they grow bigger. When some species find a shell that's too big for them, they wait by the shell and form a chain, and they line up from smallest to largest crab. When a crab arrives and moves into the big shell, all the crabs swap shells. Now that's some impressive teamwork. Go team! Some animals don't build shelters. This is sometimes because they're too big to need a home, like an elephant, rhino, or giraffe. Or their habitat is hard to make a home out of, like sharks in the ocean. All these shelters are so amazing, but I still think I like my bedroom.
Are you guys ready? I hope he's okay.
Do you know how to survive a zombie apocalypse? Can you turn a banana into a piano?
Can you peel it?
Featuring instructive and action-packed segments in the home.
Fluffy pancakes, it's all about science.
In the lab.
Let's see if it bounces.
And across the galaxy.
This place is like being stuck in a room with the worst farts you've ever smelled.
How do you tell if someone's lying?
Tattletale!
What is the cure for seasickness?
I think I'm gonna have to vomit.
Lunch, anyone?
Don't know.
Woo!
You need to get clever.
I have just been pooed on.
I want to name the sign.